And away we go at the colliery with Pompey chasing back-to-back wins for the first time this season. They begin the day just one place off the bottom of WSL 2. Sunderland, well, they risk falling out of the promotion race entirely if they were to lose again here today. It's a lovely feat by O'Hanlon. The Sunderland look to make a fast start down this left-hand side. Ball cut back and it had to be dealt with and cleared away, only as far as Scar on the volley. Trying to control the ball out of the sky in the first 30 seconds of the game. Couldn't quite get the ball under her spell. Real talent. Emily Scar down this left-hand side who can get forward. Eleanor Dale was the player who cut the ball back for her. Started the season injured, Dale. And in her absence, Scar banged in the goals, but she herself hasn't scored since that win over Durham. That was all the way back in September. His first touch from Robotham, and Jasbull wanted the short pass. Robotham went long and was dispossessed. And Sunderland will do this. They'll get the ball down. They like to pass it around. Plenty of faith, as ever, put in their goalkeeper, Grace Maloney, the Ireland #1 who helped the Irish to promotion to Nations League A with an aggregate victory over Belgium in the most recent international break. Sunderland twice have tried to probe down the Portsmouth right-hand side. The long ball from the back, this time going out for a throw, which will be taken by Greta Humphreys. Looking for the head of Nixon, who looks like she's starting in a 10 role in behind her forward partner, Meg Hornby. Robotham with the shove in the back. O'Hanlon looks like she's rolled her ankle as she went down. Fenton comes over to check on her teammate. Tara O'Hanlon on loan from Manchester City until January. I know Sunderland would love to make that deal longer lasting. She's bedded in nicely in the northeast. This time Sunderland go down the opposite wing looking for the run of Watson. It's well defended, but it is not clear. And Sunderland have possession again. Cross is in, and well, the goalkeeper had to watch it all the way in, and Jess Gray did just that, diving on the loose ball to make sure. Jess Gray came through the youth team at London City Lionesses. Signed for Pompey in the summer after leaving Charlton. Big kick up to halfway, comes back her direction, and Sunderland have a throw down this left-hand side with O'Hanlon, who looks like she's moving free from any pain after that early tumble to the grass. Sophie Barker. Humphreys takes the aerial option. Emily Scar has been one of the stars of this season. Mentioned that she flew out of the starting traps at the beginning of the season. She is the joint top scorer on 3 with Katie Kitching. Freeland just getting in. Her first touch a little loose, and it's out for a throw that's taken quickly by Fenton. Nixon's used her body shape well and stabs the ball through to the advancing Pompey skipper Jasbull. Not too much in support for Bull. Does well to cut the ball back and gets her head up well, but Fenton was there to intercept the pass cross field. And Jasbull having to do her defensive work too, because Sunderland have shifted it from defence to attack. Dale has kept it in despite the cries from the sideline. And she was looking for Kitching in the middle. Both sides pouncing quickly in transition.
Move it now. Speed, good.
Jay Sadler's voice, the Pompey coach, you can hear on the sidelines, urging his defenders to play out from the back, but to do it quickly. Spoke to Jay Sadler before we came into the weekend, just to find out a little bit about the preparations. One of football's longest journeys, Portsmouth to Sunderland. They will make a longer one when they go away to Newcastle. Not much longer, though. 8 hours on the road, they reckon. Set off 11 a.m. yesterday. Didn't anticipate getting up to the northeast until 7 p.m. Casey Kitching has been chipping in with really important goals for Sunderland. Actually scored last week in the defeat against Bristol City. Pick of the bunch came in that 2-1 win over Durham at the end of September. O'Hanlon's throw is flicked on by Dale. Jazz Bull's having her shirt tugged. It's a defensive free kick for Portsmouth. Hearing from the two managers pre-match, togetherness is what Jay Sadler says is the trump card in Portsmouth's deck. They need every ounce of that togetherness. Only able to put 5 players on the bench today. New signing Jesse Woolley not yet available to feature. Just limits his options as we go down the stretch in this game. Whereas Mel Ray in the opposite dugout has a full squad to choose from. 9 on the bench, plenty in reserve. In round the back, Hannah Cohen comes across and takes player and ball. Georgie Freeland's delivery could well be key for Pompey. When they get free kicks in and around the box, she can put the ball on a sixpence. Actually scored from a corner direct against Southampton. Here's one, high one for the goalkeeper to deal with, and Gray got enough of a fist on it to get that ball away. Smart work by Hornby. Jazz Bull is everywhere up this right flank. You look at her heat map every week, she's everywhere. Terrific engine on the Portsmouth number 2. Let's have another look at that Sunderland cross just a few moments ago. Jess Gray, plenty of players around her, defensive and attack. Well worked from the throw-in. High cross came in and Gray clearly felt she couldn't risk catching it and spilling the ball with Scar looming at the far post. As a hopeful one goes high over the top of Grace Maloney's goal. There is a bit of rain about in the northeast today. That covered stand can seat and house up to 250 fans, but there's some hardy ones still behind both of the goals.
Effect it. Back line, be ready. Pressure and threat.
Ava Robotham trying to lead the press for Portsmouth. Sunderland doing well to keep their composure and play the ball out once again. Roberts, the bandage on the left hand where she recently had surgery. Missed a couple of games. Done well to pick out the pass down the right-hand side, but nothing in support. And Cohen can mosey her way out of defence and get her head up and try and spray one up towards Hornby. And Tara O'Hanlon can bring the ball forward. Plenty of time for her to get her head up and try and pick a pass, but Jazz Bull is everywhere. Jay Sadler described last week's win against Crystal Palace as massive. When you look at the league table, you have to agree. Ipswich Town fell to the bottom of the table. Pompey climbed up it, and right now they'll be delighted to know that Ipswich are already behind So as things stand, with the scores level here, Portsmouth have put a 3-point buffer between them and the foot of the table. But plenty of football still to play on this Barclays WSL 2 Sunday. And Pompey are in here, and the shot comes in, and Maloney, diving to her right, had to make sure. Really nicely worked, and it was Freeland, who we've already had a close look at in this game, who managed to get the shot away. Advantage played by the referee, Ruby Sykes, and straight into a Pompey challenge, and they're in again here round the back. And this is Hornby, who shoots low and just wide of the target. Well, Sunderland won't be happy, because there was an advantage from the referee and they immediately lost the advantage of play. But Portsmouth played to the whistle and played in Meg Hornby up top. There's the advantage played by the referee, but watch this, Sunderland lose possession immediately. And Sophie Barker's through ball is pinpoint, picked out Hornby, who's done really well. Just couldn't pick out that bottom corner. But the best chance of the game has gone to the team in the yellow highlighter strip. Humphreys, surrounded by players, had no option but to go back to her goalkeeper. Sunderland once again will try and work the flanks. Mary Corbin. Ball just bounced off Watson. Sheffield United leading away at Crystal Palace. That is also a score that will interest Portsmouth. And there is confirmation that I said Ipswich have fallen behind, 1 goal down to Bristol City. Bristol City flying high. A scoreline that, if it stayed like that, would have them sitting nicely second in behind Charlton Athletic. Do like the way that Sunderland always try to play the ball out from the back. This is Shiva, looks for the give and go from O'Hanlon. Now Emily Scarr with the drilled cross. Kitching on the edge, first touch was nice and just dribbled her way back into a bit of trouble. Roberts immediately looks to get her team back on the front foot. Kitching. Corbin trying to cut the ball back. Sunderland throw. Throw will be taken by Mary Corbin. And it's a corner. And these can be dangerous. Mel Ray made the point as Bristol City doubled their lead against Ipswich, 2-0 early in the game there. Mel Ray was saying that, well, they had their chances from corners in the 4-2 defeat against Bristol City last week, Sunderland, and they need to make them count. They have got tall players in Rhiannon Roberts up from the back, Hannah Greenwood as well. Trying to test Pompey under the high ball, and it's looping and trying to pick out runners at the far post. And as we approach the quarter hour, it's still the best chance of the match has gone to the team in yellow. And Jess Gray, the only time she's been tested was under a high cross, and she was more than equal to it.
First and second now. And go, Pompey. Yeah, there we go. Good hands.
Nixon's done well to take that ball, controlling it on her chest and trying to pick out the run of Bull. Well played by the Portsmouth captain. Little nutmeg to keep possession. And they still have it with Hornby scrambling away and somehow still has it. Cuts the ball back and Roberts is there to lash the ball away. Good spell this from Portsmouth.
So can we go, Annie? Can we go, Annie? Can we go, Annie? Good angle though, Annie.
Still goalless at the collieries. Humphreys will take the throw.
You can drop, hands on. Hands on, Annie.
Looking for the flick of Robotham. Ball stayed in, says the referee's assistant. It has now been given as a throw. So Portsmouth working the line well.
Ange, tie it together. Ange, tight. Tie her, rotation. Good, be smart with it.
Robotham wants the ball into feet. So too does Nixon, controls the ball well. Shove in the back, was there? Yes, there was from Scar. And it'll be the first chance for Portsmouth to whip one into the box here. Street smarts from Angelina Nixon. Controlling the ball, feeling the challenge, and taking the tumble. So perhaps the first chance to see the delivery of Georgie Freeland. Meg Hornby also wants it with the left-footed in-swinger. Opportunity to send up the big three from the back. Cohen, Wilding, Humphreys. And it will be Freeland with the delivery. Low fizzer. Only half dealt with by the Sunderland back line. Here's Jazz Bull. But again, Sunderland, as soon as they get the ball back, they get their head up, and they might be in on goal here. Kitching steaming forward. Has help in the middle as well, and it needed the header. It was Freeland who took the free kick, who'd scrambled back to get the head in. Happy to turn it over for a corner. Dale was the target in the middle. Yet to score this season, Eleanor Dale. Scored 8 times in the WSL 2 last season. It does feel like when, not if. Another look at this break. Katie Kitching just went a little wide. Needed to cut the ball back onto her favoured right foot, and the cross was pretty accurate. In comes the corner, and far post header, I think from Fenton, just flashed off her forehead. Chances at each end of the field. One of only 2 goalless games currently ongoing in WSL 2. The lead is Charlton, tied up with Portsmouth's South Coast rivals Southampton. And the kick has come straight back, and Kitching has an option to her side, and it's a wonderful save from Gray. But Sunderland aren't done yet. Heavy pass was looking for the run of Watson down the right-hand side. But Jess Gray tested and answering that test. Excellent save with her feet. The kick came straight back to her. Kitching had an option to the right, but that was a goal-bound shot that needed saving. That's her best kick of the match, up over the halfway line, and Portsmouth have done well to rescue the second ball. High ball caught in the wind and came straight back to them. Izzy Collins is scrambling for the ball for Portsmouth, and they've managed to come up with it.
You've got no width, though. You've got no width. You've got no width. You have to roll it back, roll it back, roll it back, roll it back, roll it back.
Annie Wilding has sent the ball forward. You can see that when balls go high from Portsmouth forward, they do get caught in the wind. Here's Sophie Barker with the outside of her boot, bundled to the floor. Jay Sadler wanted the free kick. Here's Izzy Collins. Excellent defending from Mary Corbin, but Portsmouth just won't let it rest, and they've done well to win a throw-in over on that far side. Both sides have had good chances in the first 20 minutes of this game. You can see that on weight of it, Portsmouth have ever so slightly shaded it. Important from Scar because Bull had options outside of her there. And perhaps now, with the Portsmouth right back upfield, Sunderland have a chance to fashion something. Wilding has got to defend. Dale manages to get the ball central, and Cohen is the first to it to get it away. Brilliant play, first from Barker and then from Hornby. No foul, says the referee. Marissa Shiva. Now Emily Scar, and the flag is up on the far side. Offside against the Sunderland joint top scorer.
You've just got to be mindful, Greta. Just got to be mindful in this one. They're going to try and jump you out to get you 1v1. So even if they play the short one into Scar, soon as it arrives at the feet, then go. Just cover that Dale ball.
Well, it never rains, it pours for Ipswich Town, bottom of the WSL 2. 14 minutes in, 3-0 down to Bristol City. Goals from Ingle, Hardy and Lloyd Smith. And this is a concerning sight for Jay Sadler and Portsmouth, because Jess Gray, who's already made a terrific save in this game, has felt her right hamstring with that goal kick. She has given a thumb up to the bench, but as the players come in and take a bit of a breather, well, they'll be sweating on this, Portsmouth. She's played every minute in the league, Jess Gray. So both coaches taking their opportunity to get some key instructions into their side. Jay Sadler does have a substitute goalkeeper in his ranks. Comfort Harbour is the cup keeper. Both sides could well feel with some justification that they could be in front here. Both have had excellent chances in one-on-one. Freeland shot wide for Portsmouth. And Katie Kitching denied superbly by Jess Gray in the Portsmouth goal. Jess Gray currently receiving treatment. Well, Gray is back on her feet. That is a positive for Pompey. Mentioned the crumb of comfort is that they do have a sub-keeper in Comfort Harbour. They don't have depth in every position on the substitutes bench. There is no natural defender. Jess Gray is looking like she's okay to carry on. I wonder if they'll start trying to play out from the back when they have goal kicks, rather than expecting her to give it the big heave-ho up to halfway. We will keep an eye on that. Humphreys got the defensive head away. Another throw, again to be taken by O'Hanlon. Handball given against Katie Kitching, who says, no, that was chest. Well, we will get an early test of Jess Gray's right leg here. It doesn't strike me as the smartest thing to do immediately after receiving treatment for it, but we'll see. Monster kick. But again, the kick is coming back towards her. Kitching with the first touch, and Cohen has taken a slice at it and missed. And Kitching is saved and spilled. And it's Emily Scar who stabs in her 4th goal of the season. First involvement for the goalkeeper after receiving treatment. And only the half save was spilled at the feet of Emily Scarr. Four goals in the WSL2, first goal in 5 for Scarr. It was Kitching's low shot, not dealt with by the goalkeeper. And you don't need to ask her twice with an opportunity from that range. Sixth goal involvement of the season for the 26-year-old. Prefers to play up top, but she's playing out wide and doing a job for her team. In terms of goal involvements this season, she's just drawn level with Beth Heppel. 6 goal involvements, 4 goals, 2 assists, and that is a WSL2 high at this stage in the 8th game week of the season. Sunderland have the lead. And they've got another opportunity to test Jess Gray under the high ball. Pompey had started really brightly, and now they have to react. Kitching to deliver. Funky headwear in the background. Drilled delivery. Cohen is the first to it. Still not away. Gray kicks long. It's a red and white player that receives it.
Come on.
Collins' header is only to Katie Watson, who's scrambling away, has conceded the free kick. So Portsmouth have it all to do as we approach the half-hour mark in this game. Hannah Cohen sends one long with the free kick. She was the Portsmouth Player of the Year last season, her first at the club. And that's really good defending, although in comes Humphreys from nowhere to keep possession for Portsmouth with the Cruyff turn. Humphreys again. Finds Robotham, and Humphreys has kept going. Barker with the strong challenge, but Fenton is in there. Plenty of ballast in that Sunderland midfield, and it needed to be. This time Sunderland perhaps overplaying at the back. Nixon stabs one with the outside of the boot, looking for Hornby. Freeland again to Nixon. It's good defending, powerful defending. And Sunderland now can break perhaps, but for Collins to nip in and get an important foot on it. Mary Corbin playing on the right side of defence. When she gets the chance, she loves to burst forward. Brilliant runner with the ball at her feet. Freeland couldn't quite bring the ball under her spell. A few fans in the stands checking their phones, checking scores across the country as Hornby tries to close down the goalkeeper. No, Hanlon can bring the ball away. Only as far as Barker. And Barker feeds Hornby, and she's in on goal here. And she scored! Meg Hornby only needs one chance. And she has smashed the ball in, and here we go. A little bit of afters, because as Hornby tried to grab the ball, she shoved one of the Sunderland defenders to the floor. And there was a reaction there, and a bit of work here for Ruby Sykes to figure out as the referee. Some of the joy taken out of the goal celebration for Portsmouth. Just a little bit of spice in the Eppleton air today. Sophie Barker's through ball was quality. The first touch from Hornby was excellent, and just catches out the goalkeeper at the near post. Maloney thought she was going across her. And it's a clothesline, WWE style, isn't it? That sent Corbin, I think, to the floor. And Meg Hornby is being booked as part of her celebration. Did feel a bit like Corbin got in her way, but Hornby didn't exactly attempt to get out of that line of direction as she tried to get hold of the ball. And so the first yellow card of the day goes to the goal scorer for Portsmouth, Meg Hornby. But all square and all to play for. Sophie Barker played a huge part in that equaliser. Glorious assist with the outside of her boot. And Humphreys wins the free kick from Natasha Fenton. Well, Jay Sadler will be delighted with the response. He's talked about the togetherness of this squad, and when your goalkeeper gets injured and then immediately concedes a goal, well, it needs some togetherness to get you back in that game. And it's exactly what his team in yellow have done today, and now they've won a throw-in high up the field.
Can you? Jazz, get in the box. Ange, Jazz, you take it. Yeah, Greta, deeper.
Don't need me to tell you what Jay Sadler is telling his players to do. Standing right by our pitch side microphones. Ball with the long throw. Shiva's header away and then helped upfield by O'Hanlon.
Yeah, good body side, Greta. That's all right, take your time now, Greta. Take your time.
It's almost like having a coach mic'd up, isn't it?
Good, now we go up. Step in, Greta.
Hannah Cohen. Looking to shift the play. That's an inch-perfect pass to Bull. And Sunderland sensed danger, closed her down with two players. And the ball caught Bull's boot as it flew out of play. Sophie Barker leaving a real imprint on the midfield in this game. And Pompey come again, and it's still not dealt with. Hornby was underneath it, trying to rescue it. And Sunderland get the ball away and immediately go on the attack. Here's Katie Watson with the neat feet. Corbin caught in possession, and perhaps now Portsmouth can move upfield. Hornby thought she was offside, so checked her run. And my co-commentator Jay Sadler at pitch side was saying, Meg, you're onside, you're onside. Lively game, enjoyable game so far. Autumn time in the northeast of England. Chilly old afternoon as the leaves turn orange. Sunderland desperate to stay part of the promotion conversation. Portsmouth eager to steer their way clear of choppy waters down at the foot of WSL 2. So much on the line for both of these sides as we approach a third of the way through this short season in WSL 2. 12 teams, 22 games. Cohen hit the ball upfield, was looking for Hornby. Greenwood sliding challenge just
good. Just hold
nipped
it
the
there,
ball
hold
away
it there,
from her.
Hold it there. Line it, line it, line it. Good. Good box, good box. Sit. Yes, Brett.
Smart dummy, powerful challenge from Humphreys, wins it back for Portsmouth though. Hornby with the smart turn.
Britta, Britta.
It was Nixon, I beg your pardon. Wonderful skill. Sent two players the wrong way. Bought the foul. And he's just taking a moment with the wind knocked out of her sails. Clever trickery from the number 18.
So Annie just stays now. Yeah, Annie, just stay. Hannah can go half space as a Greta. Then it's switching across. Right, Jess.
Freeland runs away from it. Meg Hornby, the goal scorer, will take the free kick.
Greta and Han can go wider. Then we can
At least 10 minutes to play in this first half. Plenty of stoppage time will be added on. Hornby goes high, and it needed the headed clearance. Hooked in over the top and still alive. Nixon loops one towards goal, but this time Maloney watches it all the way into her hands. And tries to use the wind. The high up and under from the Sunderland goalkeeper, and the wind has carried it all the way past halfway. We won't know until we see in the second half how much of an impact the wind is having in this game. You can see it disturbing the trees in the background.
There we go. We had the overload on the left.
There, I think the wind has played its part again, and Humphreys is taking no chances.
Get him to move it around the back. We had the overload left, yeah. Keep telling her. We had the overload left.
O'Hanlon to take. Sat out the first 7 games after joining on loan from Manchester City, but she started the previous 2 to this one. Becoming a fixture in this Sunderland team. Sophie Barker has room to operate. That's not a good thing for her opposition. Picks out Nixon, who can turn and run. Always a trick.
Get in the box, Ange.
Wonderful with the ball at her feet. And now they can get players into the box, and it's an important sliding tackle as well, as Hornby was advancing into the penalty area. Ball bounces nicely at the feet of Barker and Portsmouth, who had to bide their time, be patient, soak up a little bit of Sunderland pressure. Finally got the ball under their spell, but now crossfield ball has caught the wind. It's got too much fizz on it for the goal scorer, Scar. Ipswich Town's goal difference right at the foot of WSL 2 is taking a real battering in the first half this afternoon. 4-0 they find themselves down away at Bristol City at Ashton Gate. No team has won by greater than a 4-goal margin in WSL 2 this season. And a big goal up at the top of the table. Charlton Athletic leading Southampton by a goal to nil, as Hornby, the goal scorer, is into the box and goes down under the challenge. Pleas for a penalty waved away. Ruby Sykes having absolutely none of it, and she was in a wonderful position. Direct line of sight to the challenge. Confirmation, the Charlton goalscorer Amelie Thestrup has put the league leaders in front at home to Southampton this afternoon. But here, 5 minutes to half-time. We can't split Sunderland and Portsmouth. Sunderland took that 1-goal advantage. Emily Scarr, predator, from 2 yards out after Jess Gray had made a fine save from Kitching, but spilled the ball at the feet of the Sunderland attacker. Pompey equalising not long after. Meg Hornby smashing one into the back of the net in one-on-one and beating Grace Maloney at the near post. But here comes Scarr again. Sends the ball central, and this is a danger. Eleanor Dale finds Watson. And it's gone out for a corner. And I think it's caught Hannah Cohen right in the belly, sucking the air out of her lungs. Well, time to take another look at this. Meg Hornby in round the back. Tara O'Hanlon. Well, is there contact? And is it inside the box? You can judge for yourselves at home. O'Hanlon immediately looked to the referee. Looked a guilty party the way she reacted. But the referee, Sykes, waved away all appeals for a penalty. Corner to Sunderland. And it's high to the back post again, testing the goalkeeper who fisted it onto the post, and then somehow, while she was lying prone, keeps the shot from Roberts out. It's the high looping in-swinger from Tara O'Hanlon. 2 hands in the air, signalling to her teammate she's going deep. I think Gray gets a hand on this. Helps the ball onto the post, and then as she's lying down, just gets a shin onto the shot from Rhiannon Roberts. And it's another corner from O'Hanlon. This time to the near post, and Gray again gets 2 fists on it. And I think it's gone for a goal kick. No, no, no. Another chance to test the Pompey back line. But Gray is standing up to all of the questions being asked of her since that spill that led to the Sunderland goal. Performing well under the high ball so far. To Sunderland head, 2 of them got in each other's way. And Bull will help that out, avoiding a corner, happy to concede a throw. Katie Kitchen. Another one testing the goalkeeper, and it's a Sunderland head, Eleanor Dale's head, that got there first. And a corner is given, and Portsmouth can't believe it. Bravery from Dale. High cross from Kitching. Dale gets her head on it. And I can see why Portsmouth are a bit annoyed. That looked like a header that took the ball over the top. Bit of action in the box for the referee to iron out before we can take, I think, this 4th corner in a row for Sunderland. Plenty of traffic in and around the goalkeeper. It's another deep one, and the whistle goes immediately, and Ruby Sykes had warned them in there to behave. And so after all that, 4 corners in a row for Sunderland. Portsmouth can take their sweet time. A little bit of pressure eases as we head towards half-time. Cohen. Izzy Collins has tried to pick out the run of Hornby. Portsmouth wanted a free kick. Kitching wanted to carry on. Heading towards the end of the first 45. Should be a bit of time added on because of the injury to the Portsmouth goalkeeper, and 2 goals as well. 3 minutes to be added on. Plenty of time for each of these sides to fashion a chance, and Sunderland looking to get right on the front foot. But Greta Humphreys can use her defensive smarts to see that one out. That is the Hetton Community Centre behind the goal. It's got the Bob Paisley bar in it. He was born in Hetton-le-Hall, which is how the locals say it. The town in which Eppleton Colliery sits. Pretty much slap bang between Sunderland and Durham as the crow flies, this football stadium. Rowbottom's header backwards. And the flag has gone up, but play should continue here because that came off a Portsmouth head. That should not be offside. The flag has gone up. Again, relieving pressure on the Pompey back line. I'm sure the header came off Ava Rowbotham. And Sunderland found themselves in on goal, but play has been broken up. Does seem like Jess Gray has recovered from the pain, maybe a spasm in her right hamstring as she took the big boot up to halfway, midway through the first half. First involvement after that, she took a goal kick which came straight back to her, and she spilled the shot from Kitching right into the path of Emily Scarr for 1-0. Humphreys does well, picks out Hornby, who can shoot goalwards, and Maloney watched it on the bounce. Definitely is a tactic from the Island #1, just to put the ball high in the air and carry it on the wind. You can hear from Jay Sadler, we've heard him all the way through this first half. He likes what he's seeing from his Portsmouth team, who've made this extraordinary journey from the south coast up to the northeast. 8 hours on the road. I'm sure they'd have had a couple of service station breaks built into it, but 8 hours of travel. And they've held up their end in the first 45 plus here. As Kitching miscontrols the ball, and it's out for a defensive throw to Portsmouth, and that might be all we've got time for in this first half. Nixon does so well holding the ball up. And there goes the half-time whistle from Ruby Sykes. And as the players make their way towards the tunnel and the changing rooms, the goal from that woman there, Emily Scarr, set Sunderland on their way, reacting quickest to a spilled save from Jess Gray. Katie Kitching's effort was turned in for a 4th goal of the season. But Portsmouth wasted absolutely no time to equalise. The #4, Sophie Barker, playing in Meg Hornby for a 1-on-1. And Hornby lashing the ball on the inside post of Grace Maloney to level things up. And as we go to the break at Eppleton Colliery, Sunderland are all tied up 1-1 with Portsmouth. And Sophie Barker gets ready to get us underway. So Portsmouth looking for only their 2nd ever back-to-back wins in WSL 2. Sunderland looking for a first win in 5. All to play for in the final 45 on game week 8 in the BWSL 2. So in this second half, Portsmouth will have the wind at their backs as they play towards the Hetton Community Centre. And Maloney's cross will go straight into the wind, and she will find the same difficulties that Jess Gray found in the first half, that if you kick the ball high, it doesn't travel particularly far. Corbin just felt a stud on top of the boot, I think. And while she stretches out her right foot, play continues over on the other side with O'Hanlon. Rowbotham does well to get a boot in and gets it back from Barker. Angelina Nixon, the ball just seems to stick to her. Long ball over the top for Bull to get forward. But the wind, as you can see, is going to take Portsmouth a little bit of time just to get their head around it. Playing into the wind is one challenge, playing with it is a very different one. So if you have just joined us at half-time, a reminder, we'll keep you up to speed as the goals go in across the country in the Barclays WSL 2. At the top of the table, Charlton, they're winning. Bristol City are winning. They've gone from third up to second, with Birmingham not playing until tomorrow. And this game impacts Sunderland in mid-table and Pompey down at the foot, but hoping to steer away from trouble. Hoping to steer this away from goal, and that is an all-important challenge from Cohen. Huge tackle that's left its mark, but Sunderland continue. Fenton. Player still down in the box for Sunderland, but play continues, and now the whistle goes. It was a crunching tackle from Cohen, but in the shape of the game, it was all important. Eleanor Dale was ready to wrap her right boot around it, and Cohen pounced to snuff out the danger, but has really left a mark on the Sunderland forward. And Dale's going to need a little bit of treatment here. Powerful tackle from a powerful defender, the Portsmouth number 5. And everybody at Sunderland will hope that this is not a serious injury to Eleanor Dale, who's had her injury problems this season, missed the first 5 games. Has been fit enough to start the last 3. Let's have another look at the incident. Sunderland did really well to fashion an opening. Shiva feeding the ball. And just as she came to kick through it, Dale, Cohen pounced just at the right time. And I think she's kicked through ball and defender and just come off worse. A different view for Mel Ray in this second half. Watching from on high with all of the data that our analysts can feed her. Remember Sam Allardyce used to do that when he was in the dugout of many a Premier League club. Always used to prefer the view from on high. And Mel Ray is doing just that here at Eppleton Colliery. So we will restart with the drop ball. An uncontested drop ball, it looks like. So Sunderland will have the ball dropped at their feet. Here's Watson. Immediately pressured by Collins. And Roberts has played that behind her left back, O'Hanlon, who has to scramble to keep it in play. Good shape from Portsmouth, sending Sunderland back from where they came. And Roberts' pass is behind Corbyn and out for a Pompey throw. Intensity and bravery is what Jay Sadler has demanded from his team. He wants them to be front foot and courageous. Hoping for another win like last week against Crystal Palace, which lifted Pompey up away from trouble. Here comes Katie Watson down the right-hand side, and Cohen is there with another big sliding challenge. Mary Corbyn. Collins came out to meet her and surrenders the throw-in. Touch of afters. Nothing more than that, though. Marissa Shiva. Apologies if you picked up a bit of bad language on the near touchline. Tara O'Hanlon plays the ball down the line, looking for the goal scorer, Emily Scarr, who gets her head up and gets the cross in, and it's a good cross as well. Was looking for Watson at the far post. She's frustrated with herself, Katie Watson. Eyes widened as the cross came in. It's a brilliant delivery from Scarr. Have to file it as a chance for Sunderland. So first chance of the second half has gone to the home team in red and white. Jess Gray now has a bandaged right thigh. Received a bit of treatment in that first half after trying to smash the ball up beyond halfway into the wind. Fenton has played the ball over the top. The goalkeeper is coming out, and the goalkeeper came out superbly. Katie Watson. Have to credit Jess Gray for her performance in this match since the injury. She would have been kicking herself to spill the ball at the feet of Emily Scarr for the opening goal, but other than that, she hasn't put her foot wrong. Greenwood gets in ahead of Meg Hornby and plays the ball back to her goalkeeper, and Sunderland, as ever, will look to play the ball out from the back. Noticeably trying to keep the ball on the deck here, Sunderland, knowing that high passes are going to get held up in the wind. Shiva tries to thread the ball central. Hooked away. And Jazz Bull has gifted that to Fenton from range. Testing how strong the wind is. Held up the ball a little bit, but high over the top of Jessie Gray's goal. So no changes to either side at half-time. The same 11's coming out for the second half. Kitching and Scarr have linked really well in attack for Sunderland when they've had the chance to go forward. Shiva everywhere in this midfield, feeding Fenton, who drills one across field. Mary Corbin has got Watson outside her. First time cross is a good one and needed the attention of Cohen to whip it away. Fenton again linking brilliantly with Shiva in that midfield. Plenty of creativity in the hub for Sunderland. Fenton again drills one across the face. And the threat has still not evaporated for Portsmouth. Hanlon's cross is blocked. Bull helps it up to halfway, and Hornby looking to chase down the loose pass from Rhiannon Roberts. Shiva with the flick. And Humphreys, uncontested, can get the ball under control for Portsmouth. But that is given away by Barker. And they could be in here with Dale. Gets the ball onto her right foot, preferred foot. But once again, Hannah Cohen is there, putting in an extremely accomplished performance at centre-back so far. Fenton with the high cross, needed the headed clearance. And I think there may well have been a clash of heads in there. It's Greta Humphreys who got the all-important head on the ball. She's taken a blow to her head, colliding with Eleanor Dale, and both players will receive a bit of treatment here. And so while they do, just a chance to rattle through the scores in WSL 2 today. Bristol City are having a field day at home to Ipswich. 5-0 now they lead. That fifth goal has just gone in. Sheffield United winning away at Crystal Palace. Revel and Andrews have got the goal. Palace have got a goal back in that one from Howitt early in the second half, and Charlton have doubled their lead at the top of the table against Southampton. And with Birmingham not playing until tomorrow, Charlton opening up a 4-point lead at the top of the table from Bristol City. And Greta Humphreys, good to see her back on her feet. And with the head collision, she'll have to come to the sidelines and get a good going over by the medics to make sure that she's clear to play on. And once again, we'll have a drop ball to restart the game. An uncontested drop ball in the favour of Sunderland, who were on the attack when the referee's whistle went. And Greta Humphreys doesn't want to go off here, but Ruby Sykes is insisting that she does. She looks okay to continue. She just have to wait until the referee's signal to come back onto the field. So for now, Portsmouth are defending with 10. Still Humphreys waits for the green light from the referee to come on. And Sunderland attacking the slightly weakened Portsmouth back line here. That's a really important slide tackle from Izzy Collins.
Great tackle, Liz.
And Watson has stayed down and looks in some discomfort. And for the second time in a couple of minutes, a Sunderland player needs treatment. Well, it was clear from Sunderland they were trying to expose the weakened back line. It's a sturdy challenge, isn't it, from Izzy Collins. Takes the ball. Does she follow through with the studs on Katie Watson? The reaction from Watson suggests perhaps yes, pointing to her unguarded shin and suggesting there is a little bit of stud contact. Rhiannon Roberts, the Sunderland captain, is absolutely furious. So while Katie Watson receives the treatment and everybody stands hands on hips, specifically from Sunderland, we are going to have the biggest victory of the season, I think, at Ashton Gate. Bristol City 6-0 up on Ipswich, which takes Ipswich's goal difference to -18 from 8 games. And they're at risk of being cut adrift down the bottom of WSL 2. Our first substitute of the game, Jessie Gale, match winner last week, is on for Portsmouth. Angelina Nixon makes way. It was a brilliant substitution last week from Jay Sadler. Sent on Ella Rutherford, sent on Jessie Gale against Crystal Palace, and Rutherford took a quick free kick, sent through Jessie Gale, who scored one of the most clutch finishes of the season in this division, snatching a 90th minute winner. Back underway, and well watched by Gray.
Open body, can we play? Step and commit. Step and commit, step and commit. Open body as if you can go.
Couldn't really split these two teams in the first half, but that graphic tells you there that Portsmouth have been doing a lot of defending in the first 15 minutes of this second half. Perhaps that explains the substitution from Jay Sadler. Jessie Gale is on loan from Arsenal. And in securing the 3 points last week for Portsmouth, bagged the first goal of her pro career. There's one for Watson to chase. And another strong challenge from Collins, this time clean as a whistle. Mary Corbin. Trying to overload this right-hand side, Sunderland. Hannah Greenwood. Into O'Hanlon. Does well to beat Hornby. Lovely passage of play this from Sunderland. Emily Scarr with the first time cross. And Humphreys had to watch it all the way. Corner. So another corner in this game. Sunderland absolutely dominating in that metric, and it's a high in swinger to the near post, and the diving header is just off target from Hannah Greenwood. Seventh corner of the game for Sunderland. Portsmouth yet to have one. Short goal kick, and trying to pick out Hornby, the goal scorer, on halfway. Gale is leading the press from the front. Fresh legs off the bench. Trying to make a pest of herself in that Sunderland back line. The press is working. Pressure applied to both goalkeeper and defender. And Portsmouth have a chance to send players forward. Izzy Collins will take the throw. Shiva's head away. And it's another throw to Portsmouth. Collins just took a little blow to the midriff from Fenton. High cross central is well watched by Maloney. Needed to be as well, with Hornby lurking.
Keep narrowing, Jesse. Keep narrowing, Jesse.
Mel Ray said last week after the defeat to Bristol City, you do expect anything, something, from a game where you score 2 goals at home. She will know that if Sunderland can find a second goal here, they would be the favourites to win this game. Portsmouth yet to create a chance in this second half. Barker. Collins has left another mark on Katie Watson, but play continues. Here's Kitching. Running at Cohen. And beating Cohen for pace, but she recovers superbly well. Really good defending from the Portsmouth number 5.
That's what we need to stop now. You know,
it's Mary Corbin who has stayed down for Sunderland. And Hannah Cohen looks like she's going to take some time to get back to her feet as well. Lunging, sliding tackle. Surrendering another corner to Sunderland. Portsmouth will not want her to go off. She has been a rock at the heart of their defence. If we show you the balance of attack in this game, well, that's all pretty one way, isn't it? Shots on target the same, though. Portsmouth don't waste too many chances. Sunderland have had a lot of shots, but only managed a third of them on target. Look at that, clearances almost outnumbering Sunderland. 3-1 Pompey. They have defended very well. And so we await the 8th Sunderland corner of this game. But the wait goes on. We're going to have a bit of injury time at the end of this game. Mary Corbin joined the Sunderland Academy after a really prolific spell with Redcar Town. She's a rapid winger when she gets her first pick of the positions, but has excelled as a fullback for this Sunderland team. Rhiannon Roberts leading the huddle. Thumb still bandaged up after that surgery last month. And there is the boss, Mel Ray. And Mel Ray looks like she's just having a natter on the phone. She is in talks with her team down on the touchline, and we're being told that the first substitution is being prepared for Sunderland. Mel Ray will have Stephanie Libby and Jonathan Craig and Courtney Locke on the phone. Her assistants down on the touchline. As Gray comes in, under pressure from Greenwood, and manages to block any attempt on her goal. Goal kick to Portsmouth. Less than 25 minutes of regulation game time to play, but there will be plenty of injury time to be added on. 3 stoppages in this second half already for injuries to Sunderland players. Long ball forward, looking for the run of the substitute, Jessie Gale. On loan from Arsenal, picking out her attacking teammate, Hornby, who shoots across the face of goal.
Jessie, Meg, love it, well done.
Creative stuff, route one from Portsmouth, playing the ball over the top, cutting out the middle. And Jessie Gale, with her first real involvement, picking out the goal scorer, Hornby, who did well to fashion a chance on goal. And Jessie Gale is keen to be involved in this game, charging down the clearance from Roberts. And we'll take a break for this substitution that was mooted just a couple of moments ago. And the substitution that was planned has been changed because Kira Barry was being warmed up to come on. But now we're going to see Jess Brown. In fact, we are still going to see Kira Barry. Jessica Brown's going to come on at right back for the injured Mary Corbin, who just received treatment after the robust challenge from Izzy Collins. And Katie Watson is also going off, so both of those players received treatment after tackles from the same player, and both have now made way. Kira Barry on for Watson, and Jessica Brown on for Corbin. Emily Scarr into the last 20 minutes here at Eppleton. Scarr has support from O'Hanlon. Portsmouth wanted an offside flag. Kitching with the attempted backheel flick. Twice blocked by Wilding at centre half. Let's come back off the hand of Gale.
Spot and play now, spot and play. Don't end spot.
Free kick to Sunderland, handball.
Stay on it, Jessie. You stay on it, Jessie. Jessie, call it!
It's good defending from Wilding, had to stand up to it. Caught one right in the belly. And then the handball from Gale gives Sunderland the opportunity to send one up into the box high, and Gray's come for it and not caught it. And in doing so has taken out 2 players. Katie Kitching has stayed down. I think Hannah Greenwood is the other player lying prone. All fall down. Like a strike at the bowling alley, all the pins fell. And so Portsmouth have another defensive job to do. A 9th corner of the game for Sunderland. Everybody crowding the goalkeeper inside the 6-yard area. Both hands up in the air, suggests it's a deep one, but it's not. It's low and it's not dealt with by the Portsmouth captain. Another corner. Fenton got it short, gave it straight back to O'Hanlon. Kitching on the edge, shoots, and shoots wide. Katie Kitching can hit them from there. That wasn't one of her best efforts. But everybody that was grounded by Jess Gray coming out and claiming everything, ball players are back on their feet, and we're back underway. And Hannah Cohen needs support here. Didn't get it. Cohen's header is intercepted by Barry. Sophie Barker will claim the ball according to Jay Sadler on the near side. Apologies again for some language that you're picking up on the pitch side microphones. You can hear that the Pompey manager clearly felt that that was a clean challenge. Well, that is the tackle that has Jay Sadler so animated at pitch side here. He felt that Sophie Barker won the ball. Have another substitution here. Melissa Shiva, the Ireland international, is coming off, and she'll be replaced by Libby McInnes, Sunderland's young player of the season from last year. Scored their goal of the season as well. Absolute banger against Durham last season. Kitching takes, hangs it up high, and goalkeeper has come. Didn't claim, and still it's alive. Jessie Gale can run that ball out of danger. And felt the push in the back and draws the foul for Portsmouth.
Today's attendance is 426, that's 426. Thank you.
So confirmation of the substitution. Hannah Greenwood and Rhianne Roberts have marshalled that back line well. Only breached a couple of times today, and Meg Hornby did well to tuck away the chance that she had. Big kick on the wind, and Robotham was under it. And got enough on it. And got a bit on Eleanor Dale as well. Play continues, all square in this one. Ball's back pass had to be rescued by Cohen. .426 hardy fans at the Eppleton Colliery. I would like to know how many of those have made the journey from Portsmouth. If you're among them and you're watching the full replay on YouTube, well done to you for making that journey, because that is a big test of your loyalty. But will that loyalty be rewarded? Here's Meg Hornby, in round the back, drilling the ball across goal. It's a brilliant save from Maloney. Jessie Gale was in for what could have been her second winner in a week. Quality from Hornby to pick out her teammate. And it needed the save from Maloney. Game opening up since the raft of substitutes for both sides. Wonder if Sunderland's deeper squad will have an impact on this game. Libby McInnes, one of the substitutes. As the ball goes out for a throw-in. Here is that chance again for Portsmouth. down the other end of the field. Oh, we'll come to that because we are going to see the second substitution of the game for the away side. Ella Rutherford is coming on. Hornby with the cross, and Jessie Gale's effort. Well saved by Maloney, clutching her arm in pain afterwards as well. And Sunderland survive a scare. Sophie Barker has made way for Portsmouth, and Ella Rutherford is coming on. Set up the winner for Jessie Gale last week against Crystal Palace. Scar. She does provide a good cross, and it needed two defenders to silence Eleanor Dale in the middle.
Ava, that's it, just for knockdowns.
Quality combination work from Wilding and from Cohen, just to silence the threat of Dale through the middle for Sunderland. Feels like a game that's there for the taking. Chances at both ends of the field. Sunderland have the weight of them, but Pompey have fashioned one or two good chances when they get their head up, and Gale can try and get him round the back of Greenwood here. That's good defending.
So, that's it, higher, higher. Izzy. If she steps higher now, Meg's going to do on the back press. So don't you worry about Hera.
Portsmouth have 4 players out with ACL injuries. The worst kind of injury that is such a blight on the women's game. It's so prevalent. So many players go down with them. Annie Hutchings, Emily Pittman, Lucy Johnson, Jazz Younger have all suffered that fate. And oh, they're in trouble here. Kitching squares the ball, and Dale has stood on it. Still alive for Sunderland, and turned in by Scar. The chance looked like it had gone. Eleanor Dale regained her composure and fed her teammate. And Emily Scar took her chance for the second time in the afternoon. And Sunderland lead again. Well, the substitutions have paid off here. But it's Wilding who plays the ball into Kitching. Squares the ball to Dale, and the chance looked like it had gone. But when you give Emily Scar a chance within the box, well, she just tucks it away. And Sunderland lead for the second time of the afternoon. There is a red card for one of the Portsmouth bench. We will need to get some confirmation of what's gone on there. Well, there is fury on the Portsmouth bench, and can't quite see through the perspex for who that is. There's only 5 players on the Portsmouth bench, and if it's one of their players, well, that's one less option for Jay Sadler to call on in the last 10 minutes here. I think that's Chloe Sheffield who's being led away from the touchline, one of the Portsmouth substitutions. We will get confirmation on that. And for what it was for, it must be something that was said in the aftermath of the Sunderland goal that has them 2-1 up. Ruby Sykes clearly taking a dim view.
Substitution for Sunderland coming off number 9, Eleanor Dale.
And Eleanor Dale's last involvement in the match is an assist. And she's coming off for the Ireland international Izzy Atkinson, which feels like a slightly more defensive change. Atkinson likes to play off the left. But imagine that Scar will probably move slightly higher up the field. And that is indeed what's happening. Atkinson just saying, I'll go wide left, you go up top.
Poppy, come
So
on,
Scar
swing
will
in
be
now.
targeting a hat-trick in this one. Now playing in a more advanced position. And so Portsmouth, who've come back into the game once before, have 9 minutes to do the same. As things stand, it'll be as you were at the bottom of the table, as Portsmouth win a free kick and a chance to load the box here. Rutherford fouled by her opposite number, Katie Kitching, so a free kick to Portsmouth. Just being told the red card was actually for Sophie Barker, who was the starting central midfielder for Portsmouth, and will not finish the game on the substitutes bench. She's been led away. And that's a bit of a waste of the free kick. Straight into the hands of Grace Maloney. Emily Scar with the up and under. Kira Barry had to watch it closely under the wind. Jess Brown has gone to ground. Another sturdy tackle from Izzy Collins. It did feel like that one wasn't the cleanest. She's left her boot mark on a couple of Sunderland players. And Jess Brown, the latest to feel it, from Izzy Collins. There is confirmation of the red card for the Portsmouth central midfielder Sophie Barker, who'd already been substituted. Still heavily involved in proceedings. Clearly said something to the match officials in the aftermath of Sunderland's second goal, and receiving an early bath for it. Free kick to Portsmouth. Rutherford and Hornby standing over it. Hornby to take. Near post, look for the flick on of Freeland. And it's a first corner of the match for the visitors. Have to strike when the iron's hot. Have to take these opportunities. A few moments ago, Portsmouth had an attacking free kick and just gifted it straight back to Sunderland. 5 minutes left in the match. Bottom three in the WSL2, all losing. Ipswich getting hammered. Portsmouth losing here. Crystal Palace, they're also behind. Good goalkeeping from Maloney, gets something on that one. It's another corner to Portsmouth. Greta Humphreys has stayed down. Second time in the match she's found herself down, but back on her feet quickly. Ready to try and win the header, and that will be music to the ears of Jay Sadler, one of the tallest couple of players in the Portsmouth outfield. Rutherford's delivery is into the side netting. And again, that's a bit of a let-off for the home side.
Start high on the press now.
Ella Rutherford has previously spent time with the team at the bottom and at the top of WSL2, ex-Charlton, ex-Ipswich. It was nice from Scar. She thought she'd won a free kick. Play continued, and Atkinson's in on goal.
Can we play? Can we play?
And the flag is up on this near side. Jay Sadler immediately asking the referee, can we play? Can we get it underway straight away? And clearly got a thumbs up from the referee, Ruby Sykes. Here's Jessie Gale. Took a shove, and everybody on the near side felt that was a free kick. I felt that was a free kick, but play continues. Smart work from O'Hanlon. Looked upfield, then realised all they've got to do is play the clock. Sunderland have failed to win any of their last 4 in WSL 2. Said before kickoff, another defeat, and they risk being jettisoned by the promotion-chasing peloton. Play continues, and the Sunderland fans on that far side are up in arms. Down to 10 temporarily. Player down on the far side. Difficult to see who it is. Now we get a break in play. There is going to be a lot of time added on at the end of this game. It's Emily Scarr who stayed down. Jazz Bull just checking on her welfare. I think this is the 5th stoppage for an injury on field in this second half alone. So I think we're looking at a good chunk of time added on. Plenty for Jay Sadler and Pompey to rescue something from the game. But Emily Scarr's goals, as it stands, have Sunderland up in 4th in WSL 2. 3 shots at promotion this year, remember. 2 go up automatically. The 3rd will face a relegation promotion playoff with the bottom team in WSL 1, which at the moment is pointless West Ham. The prizes are there, and Sunderland don't want to miss the party. They've got a really big few weeks coming up. Sunderland, a couple of local derbies for Mel Ray and her team to navigate. Newcastle away at St James's Park a week today. And then they've got Durham at home a week later. As things stand, Sunderland have the bragging rights in the northeast. They top that little mini-league. Sunderland in 4th as it stands. Newcastle 8th and Durham in 9th after their 1-1 draw today. Newcastle, of course, still searching for a manager. Becky Langley left the club on the 20th of October. So play back underway into the final minute of the 90. As Emily Scarr waits on the far side to be flagged back on. Could be a chance here for Portsmouth late on. Bit of confusion at the back, needed cleaning up by Greenwood. So Collins has come forward to take the throw. Hornby's there in assistance. And Gale rolls the shoulder of the defender. Shot comes in low, and Maloney, she got enough behind it, but only did enough to spoon it behind for a corner. Freeland's effort. There's a bit of movement on the shot from Freeland. Maloney had to watch it. Took them 80 minutes to have their first corner, and they've had a few late in this game, Portsmouth. Aim for the near post. The ball is still alive. Back out to Freeland. Another corner to Portsmouth.
11 minutes of added time. 11 minutes of additional time.
Well. I'm just being told 11 minutes of added time at the end of this game. I told you there'd be a bit. I think our graphic only goes up to 10. 11 minutes to be added on. And Sunderland can breathe again here. The corner comes to nothing. And Sunderland have survived the first minute of the 11 additional. Jay Sadler looks at his watch. They can afford to be patient. Only takes one chance, only takes one shot. You just have to take that chance. Last week's win over Crystal Palace came on the back of 3 straight defeats for Pompey. Beaten by Ipswich, beaten by Nottingham Forest, beaten by Southampton. But they got the all-important late goal through Jessie Gale last week. Can they fashion another one? Ava Rutherford wins the header.
Come on, good. Chase it. Good, next one. That's yours.
Jessica Brown tries to feed the ball upfield, but kicks the ball straight into her teammate Barry. Sunderland throw.
Come on, settle now. Ref, speed up, come on. How long, ref?
Barry helps it on. Kitching too. And Kitching's got in. And she's got options with the runners. Scar through the middle. She's got Atkinson outside her. This is Izzy Atkinson. Feeds the ball back, looking for Kitching. And the loose ball comes out to Fenton. Couldn't keep the shot down. The pass just a little bit in front of Izzy Atkinson, who had to run around it to get the cross in. Rutherford did enough just to close down the shot. And Portsmouth have levelled things up. Well, a flash attack. The goal kick at one end went long. The wind carried it upfield. And Portsmouth, into the 3rd minute of 11 added on, have snatched an equaliser. It's Jessie Gale who is taking all of the pats on the back. On loan from Arsenal. Cohen with the long ball. Caught the wind. Hornby, scorer of the first goal, in round the back of her opposite number. And Jessie Gale is claiming it, but is that an own goal from Hannah Greenwood? Portsmouth, well, they won't care who's on the score sheet. All they'll care about is the overall score. And for the 2nd time in the game, they've levelled things up. And we've still got 7 minutes to play. Corner to Sunderland. Well, the tail is wagging in this one. Sunderland corner. High hanger, trying to catch the wind. Diving header is not the best under real pressure from a glut of bright yellow Portsmouth shirts. So another look at the 2nd Portsmouth equaliser. Hornby does really well, getting round the back of the substitute Brown. She cuts the ball back. I'm going to be kind to Jess Gale. I'm going to say that is her goal. Well, the woman for the big occasion, the woman for the big moments. 2 clutch moments in a week, and here she is again, putting pressure on Greenwood at the back. Helped forward by Robotham, but not the most cultured of touches from the Portsmouth faithful. 5 years at Portsmouth, Ava Robotham. She was actually the traitor when they did a team bonding game of the traitors over the summer. Teammates couldn't believe how well she lied, they say. What a great skill to have in your locker. Gale pressured Rhiann Roberts, and Hornby's come up with the ball. Now she feeds the ball down the line, looking for Rutherford, the substitute, who's won a corner. Well, the pendulum has well and truly swung here. This would be an all-important point for Portsmouth. Ipswich 7-0 down at home, away to Bristol City now. Crystal Palace also losing down at the bottom of the table. If Portsmouth can take something from this game, that will be a wonderful afternoon's work. High corner is too long for everybody. It has ended at Ashton Gate. Bristol City 7, Ipswich Town 0. So Ipswich bottom of the table and really up against it. It's a good win by Freeland in the middle, and two Sunderland players got in each other's way. Rutherford tries to feed the ball through to Gale, the goal scorer. Roberts almost was unaware that the youngster was on her shoulder.
Stand between the two, Jesse, that's fine. Now mirror it, Jesse. Mirror it. Mirror it. Same with you, Meg. Be ready to jump in if needed. Back line.
Still, Jay Sadler barks out the instructions to his team. After the journey they made, well, the journey home will be an enjoyable one if they can come through the next 4 minutes unscathed. And maybe there's more, because Gale is under this one too. Needs support from her teammates. Rutherford makes her way into the box. Rowbotham picks out Rutherford, back to goal. Tries to feed it back to Rowbotham, who's ridden the challenge well, still alive. Hornby has her back to goal. And Hornby has scored! From nowhere, Portsmouth are in front in the northeast. For all the world, they were looking like losers. 11 minutes added on, and look at the celebrations from the team in yellow. The second goal of the afternoon for Meg Hornby, who's already outscored her total from last season. It's brilliant work from Rutherford. Rowbotham doesn't give up the ghost, and the unfortunate ricochet from Kitching fed Hornby, who still had so much to do. What a turnaround at the colliery. Emily Scarr simply cannot believe what she's seeing. 2 goals on the day, heading into injury time in front, and somehow her team are behind. And Mel Ray said last week, Bristol City, when you score 2 at home, you expect something from the game. They've done exactly the same again. And barring a late slip from the team in yellow, it looks like Sunderland, for the second game in a row, are going to score twice at home and go home on the losing side.
Get L your side, same with you. Drop!
Scarr might feel she's doing it all. Hannah Cohen has been a rock at the back for Portsmouth. Really impressive, and Hornby's not giving up. Bundling through the back of Roberts. Jessica Brown. Gets it back from McInnes, but the ball runs loose. Rowbotham can play the crossfield pass and test the legs of Jessie Gale, who can run all day, but she'll not catch that in the wind. Into the 11th minute of 11 added on. We should have a couple more, because 2 goals have been scored in that period. So still time for Sunderland, who, as it stands, are stretching their winless run to 5. Everything we've got, says Jay Sadler. It's all on the next couple of minutes as we head towards the final whistle. Hannah Cohen will take her time. One final substitution. Jemima Dahu is coming on. For the 2-goal hero, Meg Hornby. So young Jemima Dahu is going to add a bit more to the midfield.
Yeah. Pardon? Yeah. If they can.
The attacking work is done for Portsmouth.
Yeah. If you can't,
It's all about keeping it tight. Throw into Portsmouth. Another throw in that will not be rushed. Gale has won another throw for Portsmouth. Working the line with no urgency, eking out the final seconds. A dreamlike sequence for Pompey in this additional period. Scarf threads the ball through. Izzy Atkinson, the substitute. Can she find a late sting in the tail? Shoots goalwards, and Gray can dive on the ball.
Yes!
And the cheers go up from the near side, and the hugs go out from the team in orange, from the team in yellow. Portsmouth have travelled the length of the country and twice come from behind to snatch a memorable victory against Sunderland. A guttural roar from Jay Sadler, the manager. This is a result those women will never forget. Back-to-back wins for Portsmouth. They beat Crystal Palace after the 90th minute. Here, they trailed heading into injury time, and they found 2 goals to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. And Sunderland, well, the players have had their heads in their hands. Izzy Atkinson can't believe it. Emily Scarr can't believe it. She scored twice and somehow ends on the losing side. A goal on 93, a goal on 98. And you can see there, full time at Eppleton Colliery. Portsmouth have got only their second ever back-to-back win in the second tier. It's ended Sunderland 2, Portsmouth 3. Wonderful scenes of celebration from Portsmouth. Play up Pompey, they certainly did. In injury time, Jazz Bull dancing with Comfort Harbour, the Portsmouth sub-keeper. They only had 5 players on the bench. They is a threadbare squad, and they have squeezed out an incredible, incredible victory. Sunderland had 18 shots. They had 11 corners to Portsmouth's 5. And Portsmouth had more than double the amount of clearances that Sunderland's backline did. It was a backs-to-the-wall job, and when they had their chances at the other end of the field, they did not make mistakes. You've always got a puncher's chance when you've got Meg Hornby and Jessie Gale in your team. And look at the celebrations that continue in the centre circle. It's a very different emotion in the circle on the right of your screen. Well, this may well be the result of the day as we cast our eye down them. The early kickoff was a northeast derby, which Sunderland have got a couple to follow. They play Newcastle next and then Durham. At Maiden Castle, it ended 1-1 in that one. Have a look at that. The biggest win in the WSL 2 season. Bristol City absolutely marmalising Ipswich, 7-0. Charlton Athletic stretched their lead at the top with a 2-1 win over Southampton. Crystal Palace down the bottom, beaten 2-1 by Sheffield United, and confirmation of this one, Sunderland twice leading, but losing 3-2 to Portsmouth. There is one more game in this Barclays WSL 2 weekend. It concerns Birmingham City, promotion chasing. They go to the City Ground to face Nottingham Forest tomorrow night. So the celebrations continue for Portsmouth women. Worth reminding you, they actually had a player sent off. One of their substitutes who'd been taken off in the match, Sophie Barker, was shown a red card for something she said towards the officials after Sunderland took a 2-1 lead through Emily Scarr. it had no real impact on the match, that red card, because on the field they still had 11, and the 11 have got the job done. And so after another busy Sunday in Barclays WSL 2, big statements from a number of teams. Charlton Athletic remain unbeaten, 20 points from their 8 games. And Bristol City, with that 7-0 win over Ipswich, they've boosted their goal difference and they've gone 3 points clear of Birmingham, who don't play until tomorrow. Sunderland, before that late collapse, were as high as 4th in the table, but no longer, because they lost the match, and Portsmouth have joined them on 9 points and climbed up above Crystal Palace. They've climbed up above Durham. What an important sequence of games that's been for the Pompey women. They've won 2 games in a row, and they have put 5 points between them and Ipswich in the relegation place. And maybe, just maybe, they could start looking up the table. I mentioned that there are 3 promotion opportunities. Well, they're only 4 points off where Birmingham City sit in the 3rd promotion spot. So the top 2 go up, as I'm sure you're aware. The team in 3rd will have a playoff with the team finishing bottom of the top division. The goalkeeper in the centre circle there probably deserves a real mention, because she received treatment, Jess Gray, after a kick up field in the first half, playing into the wind. And then immediately after the treatment, made a bit of a mistake for the first Sunderland goal. But after that, well, she made a number of high claims under corners. Real barrage from Sunderland, and has emerged on the winning side. And you can see some fans have joined Portsmouth on that long quest, and that's why the Pompey players have gone over to the far side and posing for selfies and high fives, perhaps some family in the stands. This is a result that they will not forget. 8 hours on the road yesterday for Portsmouth's women, and Jay Sadler, their manager, is on the left of your screen as you can see him. I think the 8 hours home will feel slightly joyous. No need for the iPads, they'll just be smiling and laughing and joking away and remembering what is one of their famous victories at this level. Only their 2nd season in the 2nd tier of English women's football, and to come from behind as you head into the injury time period. Yes, there was 11 minutes, but to find 2 goals in that period to win the game surely has to go down as one of their all-time victories at this level. So Portsmouth's players just going through their warm down, cooling the muscles, have to cool 1 or 2 emotions as well after the way that they came from behind. But look how depleted Sunderland look as they walk off. That will sting. When you head into injury time, regardless of how many minutes there are to be added on at the end of the game, and you're in the lead, you would expect to get the job done. And if someone showed you these stat sheets, you would think, well, there's probably only one winner there. Portsmouth actually edged the shots on target. They had much more cut through on the efforts they did have. Still can't get over the clearances stat. 37 clearances in the match from the Portsmouth back line that was led superbly by Hannah Cohen, Greta Humphreys, Annie Wilding. Izzy Collins made some powerful challenges as well and left her mark on a number of the Sunderland team. A couple of them actually had to leave the field. Katie Watson, Mary Corbin, both felt the full weight of Izzy Collins' challenges. Referee deemed them clean challenges, but set the tone. And Jay Sadler, 7 years in the saddle as the Portsmouth boss. He took over when he was just 24 years old in 2017 when they were in the Premier League Southern Division. Storied history with this club. He was their first full-time staff member in June 2022. Last year, their first season at this level, he won Manager of the Year for what was then called the Barclays Women's Championship, now the WSL 2. And I honestly can't think of many wins that would rank higher than this one. Last week he described the Crystal Palace win as massive. I wonder how he's going to describe this when we finally catch up with him at full time as darkness descends in the northeast. for Sunderland, it's now 5 games without a win. They started the season so well. They beat Sheffield United 4-0. They drew with Birmingham City at the Stadium of Light. 2-1 victory here under the floodlights on a Friday night against Durham. And since then, they've drawn with Southampton. They've been beaten by Charlton. They've drawn with Crystal Palace, beaten at home by Bristol City just last week. And today, they've made it back-to-back home defeats when scoring twice, which will sting the most. And let's just recap the best of the action. Sunderland had more of the ball, 60% of it. Portsmouth had more of the goals. Here's the best of the action from the last couple of hours at the Colliery. Well, Portsmouth started brightly. Meg Hornby had an early sighter. Perhaps an early warning shot to the Sunderland back line. You could hear Jay Sadler on the sidelines. He just did not quieten his voice. The back line was tested too. Good save from Jessie Gray with her lead left foot. Coming out to close the angle on Katie Kitching, beating that ball away. Kitching had another chance. Cohen, a rare mistake with the air shot. Kitching got in round the back. Shot was saved, but only to the feet of Emily Scarr, who tucked away her first of the day. 4th of the season for the impressive Sunderland attacker. Impressive knee slide too. But just 5 minutes later, Pompey were level. Sophie Barker feeding Hornby, who caught Maloney out at her near post and then smashed through Mary Corbin in her goal celebration and received a yellow card for her troubles too. Another look at the finish. Maloney clearly thought she was going across goal. So 1-1 at that stage. Into the second half, Jessie Gale fed Hornby, who once again flashed one across the face of Grace Maloney's goal. Hornby and Gray linked up really well. Low cross, found Gray, but the shot was saved well by Grace Maloney. Look like they have a really good understanding. Jessie Gray on loan from Arsenal and Hornby. But then Sunderland took the lead, even though Eleanor Dale stood on the ball there. She regained her composure, fed Scarr for her second goal of the afternoon. Late in the game too, just 11 minutes left on the clock of regulation time. Kitching did well. Dale did even better after the initial error. And Scarr tucking the ball into the unguarded net. So that was 11 minutes of regulation time left, but then there was 11 minutes additional time, and that was because of stoppages in the game. This red card for Sophie Barker on the touchline for something she said to the officials. And into added time, 93rd minute, Hornby fed Gale. Her second goal in as many games, both of them in injury time, both of them equally as important. And then somehow, Portsmouth nicked it with Hornby finishing beautifully under pressure to snatch all 3 points for the visitors. And there are bigger wins by margin. Bristol City winning by 7-0 against Ipswich today, but I'm not sure in terms of emotion there'll be many bigger wins in the WSL2 today. Portsmouth have travelled the length of the country. They have twice come from behind, and Sunderland, for the second game in a row, has scored 2 and lost at home. It ended at Eppleton Colliery, Sunderland 2, Portsmouth 3.